Oh yeah, the Macho Man here, telling you to subscribe today to Adamantality World so you can be the cream of the crop, just like me and Miss Elizabeth.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to Adam and Tyler World. Thank you for joining me today. This is the WrestleMania 34 recap video. We're going to go through the matches, things that happen, and I'll tell you what I think about it, and you just tell me below in the comment section. So, first off, in the pre-show, we had the Men's Battle Royal. This was an okay match, nothing too spectacular. It got down to Matt Hardy, Baron Corbin, and Mojo Rawley. Two of those guys have already won the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, but it was Matt Hardy versus two larger guys, and all of a sudden it goes black, it goes, Jump! And then Bray Wyatt shows up. He helps Matt Hardy. Matt Hardy is your new Andre the Giant Battle Royal champion. Him and Bray Wyatt hugged each other at the end, so clearly they're on the same page. So that's cool because Bray Wyatt has a chance to actually get built up with Matt Hardy and finally, hopefully, and then he can actually turn on Matt Hardy when Matt Hardy's getting ready to leave, and then Bray Wyatt will hopefully have some steam behind him. He will go on to be a champion again. Match number 2, this is the Cruiserweight Championship for the Cruiserweight Championship belt, of course. Mustafa Ali versus Cedric Alexander. This is really good as far as like skill-wise. Still not much of a story as I can tell behind it, but granted, I don't watch 205 Live, so I don't really know. I'm just going by what I've seen before. But in the end, Cedric Alexander won. One little thing was I liked Mustafa Ali's costume. It looked like Sub-Zero. It's kind of cool. Match number 3, this was the Women's Battle Royal. It came down to basically Sasha and Bayley at the end, and then Bayley and Sasha were shaking hands, and Bayley threw over the rope and like, hey, Bayley won. And then, nope, here comes Naomi. She gets her, throws her out. So Naomi is your first ever Women's Battle Royal champion. She gets that weird looking statue, which I still think looks like females' ovaries. Just check it out. Alright, so right after that, I believe, was the part where John Cena got notified by the ref, like, hey, Undertaker's here, Undertaker's here. Oh no, and he runs to the back as if he's got diarrhea. So then we have the actual WrestleMania. The first match was for the Intercontinental Championship. You had The Miz, Seth Rollins, and Finn Balor. They put on a really good match, but in the end, Seth Rollins wins, and he's your new Intercontinental Champion. Good job for Seth. This is the first time he's ever won the Intercontinental Championship, and I believe he is now officially a Grand Slam champion. Match number 5. This was the shocker of the night. We had plenty of shockers. I don't care what anybody says. This WrestleMania, the matches weren't terrific. There were some good matches, but the unpredictability and the shock factor of this WrestleMania, awesome. Not as big of a shocker as when the Hardy Boys came back, but still. This match right here, Charlotte versus Asuka. Everybody thought Asuka was going to win. Asuka's going to win. I was hoping and praying that Charlotte would pull it off. So not just to defeat Asuka to bury her or nothing like that. I like Asuka. She's a good wrestler. But let's be honest. She's been boring lately because every time she gets in the ring, you're like, Asuka's going to win. Why? Because nobody's ready for Asuka. But Charlotte was. Charlotte was ready for it, and she beat her, and still your SmackDown Women's Champion, Charlotte. So is Asuka going to stay on SmackDown? Is she going to go to Raw? Who knows? Either way, thumbs up to WWE for making it unpredictable and a shock factor. Everybody was like, whoa. Kind of like when Brock Lesnar beat Undertaker the first time at WrestleMania 30. Match number 6 for the United States Championship over here. We had Bobby Roode, Randy Orton, Jinder Mahal, and Rusev. I was really hoping Rusev would win. People were rooting for him. At the end, I believe he kicked one of the Singh brothers. Then Jinder Mahal picked him up for Colossus. Boom! Slammed Rusev. Pins in 1, 2, 3. And new United States Champion Jinder Mahal. Not a big story going on here, but we'll see where it goes from there. I said, still wish Rusev would have won, not Jinder Mahal. Match number 7. This match was actually a lot better than I thought it was going to be because they did exactly like I'd hoped they would. They had Triple H and Kurt Angle carry most of the match. At some points, they actually teased, like Ronda was fighting Triple H a little bit and going back and forth. Ronda Rousey still is a horrible wrestler. She did okay. Let's say they did a really good job at putting her in places where they could kind of help her along and make it where she doesn't show where she's weak at and kind of accent where she's good at and everything. But in the end, Angle and Rousey win. We'll see where they go from there. I kind of have a suspicion that at some point maybe her friend Baszler, who's the new NXT Women's Champion, will come up, and maybe Ronda Rousey will go against Baszler, I can't remember what her name is. But that's another time. Match number 8. This was a huge, like, nothing fancy with this one. That was for the SmackDown Tag Team Championship. You had the then champions, the Usos, versus the New Day and the Bludgeon Brothers. Before you knew it, Bludgeon Brothers won, so they're your new SmackDown champions, Tag Team champions. Match number 9. This was when Cena comes out. He comes out and everything. He's like trying to get Undertaker to come up. Nope, Undertaker's not showing up. So he walks up the ramp. Lights go out. Everybody's like, "Yeah, Undertaker!" And Undertaker doesn't show up. It's Elias. So they have a little bit of a match back and forth, beating each other up. And Cena's like, "All right, whatever. Yay, I beat him." Blah blah. And he starts going up the ramp, and all of a sudden lights go out, and then boom! In the middle of the ring spotlight, you got Undertaker's hat, his boots, and his jacket, I suppose, or gloves, whatever. And then they disappear with the lightning, and then Undertaker does show up, and then John Cena is scared poopless. So it's a good thing he had the diarrhea earlier, so he didn't have to worry about pooping his pants. They had their match back and forth. It was a quick match. It was like 3 or 4 minutes. Undertaker wins, which was good because Undertaker needed another victory. It was just with a tombstone pile driver, nothing too fancy. Like I said, it was basically a jobber match for John Cena and Undertaker. 10th match, you had Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I believe Daniel Bryan got Kevin Owens in the yes slot. Maybe it's Sami Zayn. I'm sorry, I forget. Either way, Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon win. So Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn lost their contracts for SmackDown, which means that, like my buddy Zoe said, they're probably going to go to Raw. 11, Alexa versus Nia. What was it? This is an okay match back and forth. It was just, this story was kind of weird because it had Alexa being the bully, even though she's a third of the size of Nia. And they said, like, oh, Nia's been fat her whole life, which is, if you look back in her history, she wasn't fat her whole life. It just happened recently when the whole Samoan gene kind of kicked in. But in the end, Nia Jax wins, which is awesome because she finally became Raw Women's Champion. She's never had a championship belt ever. And for her to finally come up and win that belt at WrestleMania, had a WrestleMania moment. Thumbs up from me. Next up, we had AJ Styles versus Nakamura. All the people were clamoring for this match. I was not. But in the end, AJ Styles, he got him with the Styles Clash, Styles Clash, which, let's say, it was a little bit of back and forth. He didn't know who was going to win. Then he, like I said, he got that surprise Styles Clash. Boom, pins him. 1, 2, 3, and still your WWE champion, AJ Styles. And then at the end, Nakamura was on his knees and he handed him the belt. And all of a sudden, wham! He low blows AJ Styles and starts kicking the heck out of him. So Shinsuke Nakamura, not Sasha, did not go heel. Shinsuke finally went heel, which is cool because now they can finally maybe have a better storyline with him as opposed to face versus face. So he's going to get the belt from AJ Styles probably in the next pay-per-view. Match number 13 was The Bar versus Braun and his mystery partner. Partner, not apartment. He can't find an apartment. So The Bar comes out in their little Mardi Gras parade thing. Braun comes out, scares the little people out. And he's like, "You want to know who my tag team partner is? It could be you, or you, or you." And he just walks out in the crowd, finds some kid named Nicholas, who clearly has to be in on it. Like I said, you can't pick some kid out of the crowd. You could have, but I highly doubt it for legal reasons. This kid Nicholas is probably one of the operators or writers' kid. It's like, "Hey, just come over here, get on the rope," and whatever. He actually got an actual tag. Braun tagged the kid, and the kid went in there, and he had to face Sheamus for a second. He's like, "I'm good." Tags Braun in. So basically, Braun is stronger than all the tag teams in WWE because he beat the tag team champions by himself. It's all right. I don't know what they're going to do with this whole Nicholas kid. He's clearly can't be a tag team champion for a long time, so I don't know what they're going to do. So that's kind of exciting and new and different. A lot of people are pooping on it. Whatever. Let's see what WWE does with it. Because WWE proved to us in the last match that they do listen to us. My goodness gracious. Hallelujah. This was a glorious finish in that Brock Lesnar beat Roman Reigns. I didn't know what was going to happen. Everybody said that Brock was going to lose, and rightfully so. Because Roman is Vince's boy, even though Roman said that Brock was Vince's boy. We all know that Brock is not Vince's boy. Roman is. And to have Roman Reigns get his head opened up with that elbow, and like, Brock, calm down with the elbows. You open up Randy Orton, now you open up Roman Reigns. You're killing the crew. but he got him with like 5 or 6 F5s. He got him with like the same amount of German suplexes. And finally, when he got him with that 6th one after he's opened up and he grabbed both his legs, pulled him back, I was like, oh, he's actually going to do it. 1, 2, 3, and still your WWE Universal Champion, Brock Lesnar. So odds are someone, Bobby Lashley or whoever's going to show up on Raw tomorrow night, and he's going to challenge Brock Lesnar, and then maybe Brock will leave after that person beats him. I have no idea. Either way, I don't care what anybody says. This WrestleMania wasn't like I said. The matches weren't, most of them weren't terrific. They were entertaining, but the unpredictability is what won me over. I got this Thank You Taker shirt. I don't appreciate that because I got it after his last WrestleMania match when I thought it was his last one. But that thing aside, this WrestleMania was a very good one. I would give it on a scale of 1 to 10. I would give it 7.5 or 8, which is really good when you consider most pay-per-views are. And that is my thought. So comment below and let me know what you thought of WrestleMania 34. What do you think is going to happen on Raw tomorrow night? And that is it. Don't forget to like this video. Like I said, comment below and subscribe. I do appreciate it greatly. Oh, wait, I almost forgot who won the predictions. Da-da! My bad. So, the winner for predictions for WrestleMania 34 is... with a total of 8 points out of a possible 14, and Mr. Tom Danger. Thank you everybody for competing. Tom, you were the better predictor with 8 points. Thank you once again everybody for competing. I do appreciate it. Just showing a little bit of back and forth and competition. And that is it. Once again, let's do it again. Like this video, comment below, and subscribe. Subscriptions help me out. I do appreciate it. And until next time, peace.